People, focus on Mr. Hutchinson. 3, 2, all you.
As you guys can probably see, I'm wearing like a 10-year-old jersey. It's kind of short, you know, kind of sad I can almost fit into it. But the reason why I'm wearing it is maybe when you were flipping through the channels this last May, you might have seen a Hawaiian woman crying, like desperately crying. She was bawling. And it's because her son died at age 43. And he was an amazing football player, and he probably is a little underestimated. But the reason of death was he committed suicide. And that whole last week of his life, his fiance, his wife, basically said he was not acting with himself. He was having trouble, like just feeling with himself. So what might have caused it? Many people think it was a concussion, so he had his brain sent to Arizona State University. So what exactly is a concussion? By definition, it's temporary unconscious caused by a blow to the head. It creates confusion and temporarily incapacitates yourself. Another simple definition I like to think of: violent shock from a heavy blow, otherwise known as basically brain trauma. But that can be false because it doesn't take only one heavy blow to say you have a concussion. It can deal with many, like have many hits over time. Like even professors from Oregon State University think to stop this. Now pitchers have pitch counts, players should have hit counts. One of the main things criticized from concussions is in the NFL, to move the kickoff up. So now the most dangerous play in football is basically every time a kickoff happens, he either goes soaring out of the end zone or Stephon Logan just kneels it in the back of the end zone. What's the fun of it? That's probably the most exciting play in football. Another issue that's more recent is the quarterback in Kansas City. A couple weeks ago, that guy, Matt Castle, he got laid out and the fans cheering him on because he got concussion. They were cheering him out of the game. That's
His own fans.
His own fans were cheering him out of the game, which is really pathetic because that guy's life probably got affected by this. We don't know that. So next week, what do? They throw in their backup quarterback, Brady Quinn, and he suffers concussion. He's out for next week. So let's just throw the guy who got injured last week back into the game. Really makes no sense. Many people think, oh, it's only in football, you know, nothing can happen to me. I play baseball, I play basketball. Baseball ain't a contact sport, it can't happen. Well, over the summer, a great story came out about Adam Greenberg. He worked his way all the way up from the minors into the major, and the first pitch he saw, you can't even really say he saw it. Can I pause this to get volume?
Yeah, it's, you want to hear it. Well, we can pull it off. It's just like
It's a big deal, really.
do that, and I won't read these right away. I've got to escape out and go to preferences. I can have these if you want.
Nah,
Just everybody just be super quiet. They should be able to hear it off that. It just won't be very dramatic.
So basically, after spending his career in the minors working for this goal, to finally get up and take his first at bat, pinch hit, first pitch he sees, like I said, he really didn't even see it. It just smashed him. And that's only like an 85-mile-per-hour fastball. If that was Aroldis Chapman, the guy who can throw 105 miles an hour, he might not even be living now. So, something to look at. And he did get another chance with Miami down the road. Many people might question, how can a concussion occur in basketball? Well, that's Anthony Davis. He was the #1 pick this year, and just about 5 days ago, he got elbowed just from his teammate going up for a rebound, and it really wasn't that bad of an elbow. I mean, I don't know if any of you have seen Meta World Peace and his elbow on James Harden, where he just went like that. It wasn't one of those. It was just kind of just hit him in there, and that's what happened. And also, his coach, which is really an ignorant thing, was complaining that he couldn't use a star player for one game. He got fined $25,000 by the NBA. So what exactly can we do? You know, people say you can always make sports safer, but you can never make them completely safe. Well, #1 thing is technology, and I see Mr. Gross say, "Oh my God." That's James Harrison right there, and he endorses the big padded helmets, and he thinks everybody should wear one, and him himself wears one, and it's ironic because he's probably the person that gets fined the most in the NFL for cheap hits. Last year, he laid out Colt McCoy. I know it's weird, but just everybody is upset with that dude. People want him basically to die. They hate him just for that hit. But can pads really be the answer? Are pads the problem? That dude, he's a rugby player. And in rugby, it's kind of similar to football if you don't know it. They can pick it up, they can kick it and everything, but they can tackle and all that stuff. They don't wear pads. In the NFL, they wear pads. So basically, in a study by an Australian professor, said that in rugby they haven't had any concussions, but in the NFL they have more concussions. So why is that? Basically, I want to do a demonstration with this old helmet. It's really bad and everything. And Ken, you play safety, right? Jordan's wide receiver. You have Jordan trotting down the field. You don't have a helmet on. Are you going to try to take him out with your head? If you had this helmet on, do you think you'd feel a lot safer in going for a headshot?
Yeah, sure.
Would you?
Yeah.
Why?
Big hit, man.
Big hit?
Yeah. That's what people want to see.
People want to see. I'm glad you actually mentioned that, because I guess that can lead to my finisher of people do want to see these big hits, which is crazy. If you look up on YouTube, NFL big hits, you can find the first video. It has 11 million views. That's what people want to see. They really don't care. Athletes are gladiators. There's really nothing you can do about that. That's what people want to see. It's entertainment. So that's concussions in a nutshell.
Well done, Mike. Well done.